Jestem. Dzień dobry. Oh, hello. Everyone. Another wing stream today. Pozwólcie mi tylko rozesłać sobie powiadomienie i możemy zaczynać. To wysyła powiadomienia w momencie, kiedy czy przed rozpoczęciem streama? Jak to działa? Nie bardzo wiem. Czy to się pojawia po prostu na stronie? Witam, Blaster. Refresh pool. A, dawno się Blaster nie widziałem w sumie. Witaj. Chciałem dosyć ciekawy. Strykaruję fajny pomysł. Na fajny pomysł spadłem. Swego czasu. Co ja też wyciągnę. To czym sobie notowałem notatki. I dzisiaj sobie taki tradycyjny, na spokojnie streamek zrobimy półtorej godziny. Sprawy prywatne. A, okej, dobra, spoko. Okej, no nie widziałem nawet, to jak działa. Dobra, wiesz, niektórzy pojawiają się tylko na streamy konkretnego typu. Mimo wszystko moje widownie jest dosyć podzielona. Kurde, gdzieś to sobie zapisałem i teraz nie wiem, gdzie zapisałem informacje o standzie. Typowy ja. I lost my information about the stand. It's fine. Niech no tylko wyszukam. And we can start the rowing. I have a rough idea in mind. But you know, it's nothing. The design still might change a little bit. Okay, it wasn't here. Okay, that sucks. I don't know where it is. Trudno, będę musiał wykorzystać swoich notatek. A to wiem. Jul. So, what you have in front of you is the early design for the 15 meters. 15 feet, sorry. Of pure white snow. I'm still using my the normal measurement system and not the American one, but the name of the song uses the feet as the measuring system. So that's gonna be a challenge here to remember. Okay. No ja trochę zmieniłem rozmiar kanwy, bo stand jest troszeczkę długi. Chyba nigdy nie rysowałem standa, który miałby this body type. Zobaczmy teraz. Ja też swojego czasu, cześć, witam. Tak się zastanawiam, czy lepszy jest taka twarz, czy może taka w takiej formie, ale chyba bardziej wolę to. Jeszcze sobie tutaj to wytrę. Da się tylko jeszcze dać znać, czy coś nie jest za głośno, za cicho. A jak skończę streamować, to będę odcinek z Kapitana Pazura kręcić, żeby mieć jakikolwiek zapas. Okay, czyli mamy dwa warianty. We got this variant and we got this variant. Personally, I prefer this one. 22. Zobaczę tylko, jaka grubość powinna być tutaj. Stando. Okay. Let's take a random one. All crazy out, for example. Nie będziemy używać anty-aliasingu tym razem. Trochę się odczuwam, oduczam. Was it 10? Nie, no użyjmy. W tym przypadku użyjmy. Jak używałem wcześniej. Chyba używaliśmy dziesiątki. Hello, Alexander. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, it's this way. Okay. Alright, so let us begin with this one. I think I'm gonna settle for this face. let's take this one here. How are you doing? Good to know, good to know. I haven't done a drawing stream in a while, because also had a lot of stuff on my head, on my mind, but recently, with the start of the holidays, I'm beginning to be able to have a little bit time for the channel. Yeah, we're just starting this sketch here. I'm still thinking how to tackle this design, but we'll see what works, what not. I gotta see what Prinkster suggested for the next custom level, or maybe I'll pick something else, I don't know. Like this. Okay, on one hand it would be easier to draw, but maybe we can make it not so smooth. Oh yeah, and you're still doing cars, right? Okay, what's the stunt ability? The stunt ability is about rounding up numbers or estimating something. It estimates the number of something and it comes into, it affects reality. It can mean any number, like a number of objects you're observing, or for example the mass of the proton. A very wide range of things. Yeah, but you've been doing a very good job. Yeah, shadows for Alexander, he's doing some amazing stuff. Do you have any plans for the holidays? Are you like participating? I heard there's like some art fights this month. Jest tak, stąd może bardzo mocno namącić. Ale to też to jest kwestia taka, że nie może za bardzo. Musi coś. Kurde, gdybym miał notatki, to bym ci podał dokładnie, jakie ma ograniczenia i co może, a czego nie może z tym zaokrąglaniem, ale gdzieś je odłożyłem i nie wiem gdzie. Oh yeah, I guess yeah, I forgot people like to venture out during the holidays. Ooh, photography. You like photography too. Let me guess, you like photography of urban areas? Or it's nature in general and maybe some you know, how to say it? Panoramas? No, not panoramas. I don't remember what's what's English word for it. Okay, I don't like this chest plate here. Maybe I'll do the face first and then I'm gonna come down there. Wires on the street lamps. Oh, the GeoGuessr players would love this. There's a lot of meta for recognizing countries based on the Google pictures alone. If you're not familiar with GeoGuessr, it's basically a game where you need to locate yourself very like as close as possible to a certain point in the map, only based on the Google Maps pictures. Right, anywhere in the world, and you have to do it. Yeah, you know that. Okay, yeah. There's a lot of, I remember meta, especially in Japan. I think in recognizing in which area you are in, solely based on the street lamps and how they are constructed, and how many little like knobs or protrusions, or how many holes or like some bands are on the street pole. It's fascinating. It's something like a person doesn't really pay attention to. Usually that's what really like the stark variety of them is something else. It's outstanding. Alright, I guess this one is good. I'm gonna make it this one maybe a little bit to signify where the head, like the head pushes the fabric a little bit outwards here. Where do you want to venture? Like within your country, or are you going abroad somewhere? Okay, I got an idea here. Around the country, alright. I myself not really a traveler type. I don't really like traveling. But what I really like is going around the like outskirts of the city, right? Regions that barely anyone travels to. Maybe some like more industrial districts, and where they end and like meet up with nature. I really like those areas. Going on very long walks. Like some parts of my city that I still haven't seen despite living in it my whole life. Yeah, it's already like this gives me more satisfaction than like heading to a different city in a different country, right? It satisfies my sense of, I don't know, discovery, I would say. I really suppose said that like, oh yeah, this street is connected to this street. I never knew that. Like the mind map is being filled. Oh yeah. Very, very long walks. I can relate to that. Okay, so how do I? Maybe it's time to focus on this one. Okay, you know, I think it's fine. I'm just gonna add some engravings to this one. I'm thinking about using, hold on. Where is it? Where is it? It's not here. Like those little patterns that I made by elemental particles. I forgot what were their names. I'm gonna have to find them later. But I doubt we'll be able to do this engravings this stream. For now, the goal is to make the line art. Also thinking, should I give this guy some hoods here? Maybe, yeah. Some clothes on the arms. I need to think about like some cool spiral pattern. I remember that it was supposed to be a reference to something about estimation. I forgot already what it was. I probably had it written down, but I forgotten. Well, it's less of a character, more like a personification of a character's soul. To put it broadly, into simplification. We made like a lot of those. We call those stands. You know, it's from a series called JoJo Bizarre Adventure, and we've been making some eye catches for them. Each one has like it's named after like a music reference, and this one in particular had an idea on it on a particularly boring meeting. That's when you'll get the best ideas, when you're bored. And while most stands are usually, you know, they always have some abilities. And usually when those abilities are revolving around some laws of physics, they don't always, names likely. Well, sometimes abilities too. But well, most of them are related about physics. You know, like you can sometimes get some other concepts, like I don't know, Sheng Fui or some stuff related to economics or fate or stuff like that. And yeah, I thought about a character that would really affect the reality while using like estimation and rounding up numbers. What would happen if you round up number describing the mass of the proton, for example? That would be a bit too OP, but you know, it came with that idea. It was the first idea, and then I thought, hey, I can make an ability out of this. It can erase a being into existence if it rounds up number like from 21 to 20, and one of the things stops existing. But needs to observe it, explodes. Yeah, that's a question. When, at which number, like at how big? Of course, the estimations for the stand cannot be too large, right? I don't know, like the third number, maybe to the third number. What would have to be, you know, the estimation where the reality really would be breaking with changing the mass of the proton? Or is the system that delicate that even like the smallest changes would break the system? It's a very curious question in my physics mind. Alrighty, so let's. Okay, I can put a fabric like here. You know what? Hold on. Maybe I've written it already in the document. Hold on. It's not that one. Where is it? Oh yes, season 7. Did I write it down already? No, I haven't. I remember I've written the ability somewhere. And pretty good extent, like And I don't remember where I put the paper when I written it down. Hold on. Maybe it's here. Maybe it's here. Hold on. I'm genuinely excellent at hiding information from myself. Is it here? Yep, there it is, I think. Those are the notes for the stuff I was supposed to do. Okay, this is for the Sky Magic document. Good thing that I found it. It's still not here. Oh, that was sketches for Fanzinia. Where did I write that down? Also, I think the hand on the left should be a bit longer, maybe. Okay, hold on. Ooh, that might be it. Nope, it's not here. Okay, I'm gonna give up in a moment because I don't want this whole stream to be me searching for a particular important paper. But man, this is frustrating. Yeah. It's not here. Where did I write that down? I did not spend half an hour on making a paper. Oh, wait. Wait. It could be. But I think I wrote it at work. Yes, I do. I mean, not that many. From time to time, I deploy them to various cupboard and stuff, so I have to work. So I have to later search them because I'm gonna need those papers. Yeah, I cannot find it. It's a big shame. So you know, I can only give you rough estimation of the ability from top of my mind, but I already forgot most of it because that was like 2 weeks ago. And that's a long time for me. I do clean your room. That's why I cannot find my stuff, because I'm cleaning it. If I wasn't cleaning it, everything would stay at its position. So I would knew where it is. Okay, so how about we make this one a little bit longer? Okay, can I move? Yes, I can move. Okay, let's move the whole arm then. Okay, yeah, that should be good. Yeah. I'm just gonna have to, like, probably a realization sometimes somewhere at 3 AM where I tag that one specific paper. And don't think it was on a paper. I think this was in some kind of notebook. Not even at the end of it, probably like between the pages. $2,000 plushies. Damn. 13 gigabytes. Whew. Well, I have similar problem with my recordings for the video about Stoneworks. It's like 400 gigabytes. And at certain point, yeah, I had to start moving stuff because my computer on multiple occasions ran out of memory or of space. Yeah, that is understandable. They must I must ask, do they like accumulate the dust very easily? Do you need to vacuum them? Or do you just put them in the washing machine? Okay, I like this one. How does it? Okay, it's like that. Yeah, I think the stand also has to like say what is it like, actually spell it out, what it's estimating. Is to have like some kind of idea what it's estimating, and is not omniscient, so it cannot like, let's say the mass of the proton from top of its head. It didn't learn it before. So the ability is very powerful, but it's not. What do you have here? Here we have 50 meters of pure white snow, Cacto. That's the name of the stand. Nice to see you here, by the way. I'm still a little bit divided on the name. I'll see if I'm gonna keep it, but for a really long time I wanted to use that song reference for a stand, and so far I didn't have an idea. Fluffy Fina Magic. Zmiotka do kurza, okay. Prankster is also here. Lava Flow. I'm gonna be recording something right now. Maybe I'll record Lava Flow then. And okay, as much as I enjoy this fabric over here, how it folds, I don't like how this fabric behaves. I don't know yet. Maybe it's a Lava Flow. I'll see. Okay. For response, okay. Take care. Okay, the first part is fine, I think, like that. Yeah, it's the second part needs to some mending. On a live stream, oh, I'm not gonna be able to do the live. I'm not gonna be live streaming on Friday, I think. I'll see. I'll see. I surprisingly, people told me I am like I quickly got the idea on how the fabric behaves. Like somehow subconsciously here and there. So sometimes it's pretty easy for me, sometimes yeah, it's a very real plane. Add folds. What are folds? You mean like stuff like here? Stuff like this? Yeah. They will. I just want a general outline of the fabric on what it will be covering and what it will not. And the question is, do I want this part covered or not? And if the fabric should be that, yeah, I think the first thing is that this fabric right here is much longer and wider than this one, right? So if we need to keep them consistent, so it would have to be like this instead. The stall, I don't really like its shape. It's better than what it was before. Maybe I can like see it on the side, like. Ooh. Hold on. Make it even less prominent like this. Alrighty. Also, Cacto, you can comment on the streams. I never realized you weren't banned anymore. Alrighty, yeah, that works too. Alright, we'll see. We'll see later if it's gonna be affected. Let's add the overall shape of the stand. You weren't banned. Your messages were muted, right? Automatically muted for some reason. Or was it somebody else? Ah, okay, account restrictions. Alright. Like, was it clear why it happened, or one day it just fixed itself? Alright, like this. I'm gonna lower this one. It's gonna have like really long tatter closed, just dragging it behind it. Yeah, something like this. And this part just gonna go all right. Okay. Now this part, I want to add like some little more features to not be too unanimous. Like something like this. Not sure what they would be. Probably metallic. Stands tend to be like a mix of organic and robotic stuff. I don't like the upper ones. And yeah, this one, this is gonna be, you'll see some cool gradient here. The fabric itself will be like a little stained at the edges, kinda like some of those mushrooms that generate that like ink like substance. And it's still gonna persist over here as well. Okay, let's make... Oh wait, have I been drawing? No, I haven't. Okay. And let's add another one here. Okay. It will look much more better later on when I add some colors. But of course, the stand itself will mostly wear white. With that name, we don't really have a choice when it comes to the coloring. Main coloring, of course. There is gonna be a lot of color variants here and there. Okay, okay. Yep, it's going together. Alright, now the hands. The glorious hands. Well, it's not gonna have classic hands. Fortunately, it's not one of those stands. I have to bother drawing hands. Although, so yeah, we don't talk about the yellow slow. Another yellow snow, and she's gonna call it number 3. Snow, flavored snow. Okay, so the hands of this stand, of course, you know I love when the stands have like those little very thin finger and long fingertips here. Kinda remind me of my own hands. But this one also has trochę jak takie nartniki. You're not like a sucker thingy, but you know, I think that it allow it's not supposed to be a thing that allows you to like to stick to the walls. It's more of a thing that allows it to tap on keyboard. Then maybe I'll change the shape of it a little bit. Oh yeah, something like this, like a little lace chips. I don't know where I got that idea from. I think it was in one of the Matrix movies. some of the machines had this kind of that way pointed, that their fingers were pointed that way, and they were able like to type at immaculate speed. Yeah, also only 4 fingers. Also looking at my sketches, right, there is some chords running. Oh, hold on, the playlist broke. I love when YouTube decides to randomly stop the playlist. Thank you. Where would it go? Oh, okay, it's like connected to where? Here? Okay, let's keep it that way. But should it be like that? Hold on, let me make a new layer for that one. So it's not gonna be a problem while calculating. Like connected to this one? Yeah, it could be a cool concept. It's also gonna be like a very frail looking, like it looks, it can fold itself with just one punch. But it's surprisingly good for its posture. What do I want winning this WC? What do you mean WC? What WC stands for? You know, I have no memory for shortcut names. I don't know what that means besides the toilet. Oh, World Cup. World Cup. Okay, so unfortunately those islanders were defeated. That I rooted for. Right now I mostly root for Morocco. I really like their game. Kinda reminds me of the Polish game back when it was good. Toilet. Okay, I'm not gonna make that joke. But yeah, I'm rooting for Morocco. Like, I was really surprised by African countries this year. How well they were doing. Alrighty. Oh. I'm really sleepy, but I've been doing a lot of stuff today. Okay, now we observe this part from the other side. You know what? I should make it smaller. And who do you root for? I have my guess, but need to look in. Alright. For me, it's like a gamble a little bit. Because sometimes it just like it works the first time I draw the hand, right? It immediately snaps into place. And okay, hold on. I need to stay consistent with those hands. Yeah, they are consistent. But why do we... Hold on, they were supposed to be frig segmented. Okay, I might need to fix that that overhand then. And sometimes, yeah, the hands just don't want to cooperate. That's funny because every time I talk about the hands, I'm thinking about, I have the mental image of the most infamous mercenary group on Rafnir. Yeah, I suspected he was lured for Spain. Alright, good for you, good for you. Yeah, that's not it. That's not it. The location, the starting point of the fingers is good. But I don't like what happens later. Also gonna draw the second line over here maybe in the meantime. Usually when I'm struggling with the hands, I'm just focusing on other small tasks and like keep returning to the thing over and over until I get it. Because usually my first attempts are the best. So I just need to repeat the first attempt n times and I'll get it. No, it's more of a chord, right? Kind of like in the hospital when they put some cables to you. They attached it. I'm also gonna think about the cooler ending for this fabric. Yeah. Also, Cacto, you can still pursue lore, I remind you. Stellaris when? Oh yeah, maybe I'll have time next week to do some Stellaris. I've been kind of prepping to do so, to ask you, but I've been so busy with so many stuff, different stuff and projects. Really? Nice, nice. Okay, well, next week, that's a good time then. Remind me. But yeah, I'll try to reserve some time so we can finally do the tutorial properly. Because I feel like in this kind of games, yeah, that the first objective for me is to just go through a tedious process of learning the game. Although perhaps the best way to learn stuff is just play. I usually do this. I really you know, like when I play the game, right, I usually don't use the tutorials. I just launch the game on like an easy mode and learn stuff along the way. I kinda prefer this way of approaching the game. Like chubby fingers. I wish I was able to make those fat fingers. Honestly, I'm stuck on the malnourished hand side of stuff. This is why I like drawing Cactus so much. His character has those long, elongated fingers. His whole design is so simple. It can still be creepy. Okay, I don't like the last one. Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, the guide, but yeah. You can disable for resource, really? That's funny. Well, can be my guide bot then. And let's just say the assembly will do themselves. It's already been done. Those who read the lore, they know. Bendy needles, exactly. They made an event in a DLC for a guidebot turret, and that's funny. Alrighty, so we made this portion of the torso. Maybe I can just copy the thing at the bottom. It's red, so it's evil now. It crowds your screen with unnecessary information. And has meta knowledge. Okay, before we try to make legs. Actually, no, it's good. It's good. We can start doing the legs. Let's save the game. Hold on. Interesting. Alrighty. I'll shift the shape of the fabric here. Oh wait, did I? Yeah, I did. Alright, I think it looks cool so far. Now, what did I write about his legs? Oh yeah, okay, so the part of the darker, it's clean snow over here, and on the edges it's gonna be a dirt snow, like the black one you usually have near the roads. They still don't know where I wrote the information about it. Okay, hold on. Search number 2. I got an idea. It was here the whole time, but I suck at moving pages. Please don't tell me that I shredded it with the rest of the documents. Please, please, please. My memory sucks. Yeah, okay, that makes sense here. Where did I written that? I remember writing it down for a long time. Give me a moment. No, it's supposed to like drag itself. And I'm really happy with the legs, how I designed them. I want to keep it. And the fence would work with the shape like that, but I want it to be more of a like a cricket, right, rather than a slug. Like this thing that it looks slow, but with these legs you're kinda worried it can like jump 20 meters towards you in a moment. Add a little bit of unnerving nature to this terrifying stamp, which, mind you, can still estimate you out of existence. But its number estimation affects the real world. Oh wait, there is something here. This could be it. I don't think this is it. No, it's not that. Hold on. Give me a moment. Another stash of papers. Okay, here we have designs for the overmages that I made. For the stained glass for the examination, for the bots for the stronghold mod. It's all here. Yeah, stuff for the examination again, so it's older now. But this stuff is new. And it still doesn't have what I need. Okay. Okay, second search is over. It was unsuccessful. Let's get back to drawing. Where did I hit that? And what's this? They served that already. Yeah, I think it did. Okay, I'm gonna move it back over here with the rest of the paper. Alright. Leaks, don't worry. There's still one more place, but I'm gonna look for it later. Alrighty. Actually, what kind of legs the grasshoppers do? Maybe we can. Okay, well, the grasshopper legs are kinda like you go like one leg over here, right? The other one is here, or it bends like this, and this guy has a different one. Yeah, that was design. I didn't really wanted it to be a grasshopper kind of thingy. Okay, well, let's just draw something and see if it sticks. Let's disable the cables for now. Like this. Yeah. I mean, the playlist you're listening is very old as well. I've been using it for live streams for a long time. No, this ending is terrible. What should be in front of it? I think the leg. Yeah, the leg should be. Actually, like the knee itself can be messed up a bit. Why not? Okay, let's try this one. Hydraulic connection. Which kind? What kind of hydraulic connection? Because there are plenty. Yeah, and its legs are gonna be like very machine-like, very lanky. Kinda wondering how it even walks on those sticky legs. Match. This is not a type of hydraulic connection. Yeah, on a magic, and it's full of helium. Okay, this angle, this curve is a bit difficult. Oh, hello! I was wondering when you're gonna appear. Here we have 15 meters of pure white snow. It's hold on, let me finish that. I started like kinda had like in the back of my mind for a long while, but recently I got a cool idea for what its ability it could be. And its ability is to affect reality with numerical estimation, rounding up numbers. So it sees a crowd of 147 birds, and it runs that number to 140, so 7 birds cease to exist, or runs it up to 150, so it creates 3 new birds. It can estimate the force of something. It can quite scarily round up the number of the mass of the proton. I would give you specific informations about the stand, but unfortunately I cannot find my notes about the notes stand that I made 2 weeks prior. Well, its estimation cannot be too big, right? It's probably only the third like important number or fourth important number. So 60 and 7 would not be rounded up. Oh, that's a cool idea for an SCP. To be honest, a lot of SCPs and stands have a lot of overlaps. RIP 7%. Oh no, oh, you mean that one? That is crazy. Okay, hold on. I'm looking at my last document, but no, I haven't written that down there. Where was it written? Why have so many papers? It was here, I swear. It's not here. Ah, and this pen is just disassembling on its own. Yeah, lack of friction is terrifying. I even made a stand about removing friction. Oh yeah, send me, yeah. That's gonna be a good read. I also planned for the stand watchers, either on the live stream or on that are gonna watch it later. I do plan to release a series of shorts, each one quickly summarizing or describing one of the stands that I made. Just going through all of, like, at this point it's probably around 65 of them. No, it's more. It's around 80, I think. But also would be delving into, like, where the ideas for them came from, or like specific references, even like down in the design. And I also want this opportunity to to teach physics, because a lot of my stands rely about particular laws of physics. So it could even be a little bit of educational, I feel. No, the shorts wouldn't be that short, come on. I don't know, I think it could be cool, and maybe could boost up the channel a little bit, given that the part 7 anime is gonna come out. So could reach broader audience. I mean, I'm sorry, I have 2 shorts on my channel already. Alright? This is not an alien concept for me. Okay, I think... Not entirely sure how I feel about these legs. What if I gave it a little bit of this? Ah, okay. And the metal pipe. Okay. There is. Let me look up hydraulic connectors. It's all stiff. Okay, how about I know for a fact the stand will have to like state what's estimating and spell it out loud. Actually, I like those. Ooh. Okay, I know it's not hydraulic connections, it's something completely different, but while making those... Okay, how about it's like wrapped in some cloth here. Baldon? Nah. It needs to be a bit unsettling, I would say. This stat is supposed to freak you out. Okay, like this. Okay, it is gonna be a rather dark, it's gonna have dark limbs and stuff like that. Alright, let's clear out. And a duct tape. Polska prowizorka najlepsza. Yeah, but those are hexagonal bolts, yes, that is correct, that's what I had in mind. Okay, I think... Oh yeah, there's this part. Ooh, okay, question. Do I want this stand to move during the eye catch? That's the question. Oh, exactly. Okay. You know, you see the issue, right? When I make... Let me show you the example. When I make the stands, right, I usually have to keep in mind it's animation that it's gonna have. So let's take like Gin Blossom, for example, right? The base level of it is just that. Its eyes move, its leg move, its hand arm move, so it's just like the bare minimum that doesn't move, and then every part here is added separately because it's easier for me to animate it that way. And here I have to think about all, like, look at the Todd the Wet Sprocket I just destroyed. So here I need to think about it. If I want this stand to move, I do have an idea on how it's gonna look. You know what? I think I'm gonna separate the arm at this stage already. Oh, but it's connected. I forgot with those. I mean, the live stream playlist is in the description. Weaver. Don't demonstrate. It's gonna flash on the screen randomly. Okay, so I'm gonna separate the arm right now, so I have much less work later on. Sure. Okay, yeah, sure. And of course this arm doesn't cover anything, so it's fine. Alright, are we almost finishing the line art? Let's hide this stuff. Yeah, no, not this stuff. This stuff. Yep. Couldn't be me. I know for a fact that maybe if you take this part, oh yeah, like this one, okay, much better. Yeah, this part here is still a little bit empty. So add the second layer of the cloth, beginning there. And still it lifts up here. It's conveniently covered by this flap over here. But it needs to end somewhere. Okay, so I'll just... not really. Like this one. Okay, I guess I'll add the flap so it's gonna be more visible. Alright, now let's add a little bit of touch to this fabric, so of course there's gonna be a little like, gonna see those parts are like a bit deeper into the fabric, right? It's more resemble that mushroom texture I mentioned. It's a bit puffy. Okay, we don't need this one. As for the stance, I don't know when I'm gonna finish it. When I get the time to do some streaming. I think this is one of the stunts I'm gonna be doing solely on the live stream. Yes. That I said. I was thinking, hey, that would be cool if I showed you like the exact process of making an eye catch on the stream, but you know the copyright would just end me. Yeah, this one can get like very copyrighted as well, because if you remember the Weeping song, also made by the Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, also got copyright into oblivion that I wasn't able to normally release it. I had to add a lot of sound effects here and there and make it quieter. Okay, it just wouldn't let me publish it in Europe. So I'll see how long the eye catch will be. Yeah, probably the eye catch will be a bit shorter. But we'll see. Sometimes it's a gamble with those copyright things. Some stuff it just lets pass, and sometimes it doesn't. Oh, I ate a lot of mushrooms today. Brat zrobił przepyszną zapiekankę. Jest z ryżem i kurczakiem i pieczarkami. Palce lizać. Okay, I think, yeah, it looks more organic, I would say. Like, let me show you. Okay, it's not exactly that type of the mushroom I was thinking. You get the idea. It's gonna look very cool when I add the color. Because the edges are gonna be like very dark, contrasting with the white outside. Okay, like this. Yeah, I'm already creating a monochrome copy. Yeah, but usually my stats are colored. This is one of the rare ones that is not gonna be black. That is gonna be black and white. I mean, we got Republica before. That was black and white. Not View to Kill. How it was? Ah, yeah. View to Kill was also black and white. That's the second one. There was this third one. Oh no, Heaven Light wasn't black and white. Ah, Depeche Mode, U96. I mean, there was a couple, yeah, I guess. And View to Kill wasn't really black and white, yeah. I always try to add some colors here and there, but this one might actually be... Alright, I'd say let's add these ridges. And that would be for the stream today. I'm gonna find for the next stream my notes for the stat exactly how the ability will be activating. So I'll be able to tell you in full details how it works. Oh, did the lives... Okay, let's just play the two last ones. Oh, how convenient. Oh my goodness, YouTube, come on. Thank YouTube. Okay, you forced me. Lower the quality to 144 pixels. A, coś takiego z kolanem. Widzę. Ale wiesz co, używałem tego rozwiązania przy wielu standach. Tutaj chcę coś troszeczkę, przynajmniej te legi, coś, przynajmniej przy tych odnóżach troszeczkę bardziej coś organicznego. To jest fajne rozwiązanie. ale w tym konkretnym przypadku myślę, że pójdę w troszeczkę coś innego. Nie przyjrzyj wiele z moich standów. Szczoszuję to rozwiązanie, bo naprawdę fajne jest. Rubber tendons też używałem wielokrotnie. Też jest mi to znane. A jak się przyjrzy, zobaczysz ile z nich ma. Okej. There we go. Yeah, it's a very cool one. I recently found a very cool Neo remix. I think that the best one I've heard. If I was making the playlist for the Acolytes now, that was what I would use for Frenzy. Frenzy Neo. I can let it send you this one, but it's a very cool one. Let me answer you, Fancy, with yes. I'd say it's a bit more meta than like, but yeah, it's still good. Yep. I will. Hold on, let me fix this one. There we go. Slime vicious tendrils. Oh, for this one. I'm gonna think about it, but like something creeping out beneath this one, like from over here. Yeah, could actually. Whenever when I look at this is like some kind of mouth over here. So if we add some tendrils here and there, this could work. Okay, let's combine those two layers here. And let me only fix this one. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, that's a cool idea. I'll think about it. All right. For the next live stream, maybe we can cook something up with this one. Oh yeah, this is the base line art for the 15 meters of pure white snow. Let's add a little line over here. Alright, and I thank you all for coming here. Today we continue the other daily. Tomorrow I'll be quite busy, as usual. Today I'm busy and tired. Tomorrow I'll be just busy. I probably continuing with these with the silver sands, silver sands, not silver stands, silver sands mod, and I will then Friday probably release Captain Claw level, another one. Then during the weekend, yeah, maybe during the weekend we can tackle the stand if I find the notes about it. But I have them. Yeah, that's a good way, a good reason to make some cleaning up in my room, maybe. The enemy stat, yeah, and I'll also be adding engravings onto this one from the particle accelerator. This is gonna be cool touch. And then next day, I mean we won't have to make as of daily anymore, but after the Captain Claw, after the drawing strip here, I don't know. Ah, Sky Magic, I forgot. Sky Magic's like this. Alright. Anyway, thank you all for coming again, and I will see you later. Bye bye.